Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about the three-point contest at the All-Star Weekend, and now we're going to be discussing the new LED court that made its first debut at the All-Star Weekend. But before we do that, I just wanted to remind you guys that if you are liking the show, I ask that you like and follow the show. We get a number of questions from the viewers that come in during the show, so to ensure that your question gets read on the air, I ask that you use the tips and donation link with your question. That link is streamelements.com/gsmcsportsnetwork./tip. Let's put your question at the top of the list so that I can see it, and it also just really helps the show. Alrighty. You know, sometimes I wish you guys could see the behind the scenes stuff when we go to break, because Tate was like trying to send me a message, and watching him, he was struggling to type whatever he was typing.
Okay, see, I was trying to type it, but my microphone's in front of the keyboard, so I'm trying to go around it to type it, so I kept messing up with it. So it's a lot more challenging when you have everything in front of you and your keyboard is way in front of you and you got to reach around that. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Coming to a theater near you, the behind the scenes clips.
I should record our Zoom too, and then just have like bloopers and make a bloopers.
It would just be all bloopers. That's all it would be.
Alrighty, so the LED court makes debut to mixed reviews at the NBA All-Star Weekend Celebrities Game. The 2024 NBA All-Star Weekend kicked off Friday night with the Celebrity Game at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. ESPN's First Take hosts Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith coach squads featuring...
Stephen A. Smith. I got you covered.
Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith coached squads featuring actors, athletes, musicians, content creators, and even an Olympian and high jump champion. Ooh.
I can't help you on high jumpers.
Gianmarco Tamburi. I apologize if I butchered that. Okay.
Sir, just call him Jump a Lot.
Sir Jump a Lot.
We would just call him. That's what they call him in his neighborhood. They call him Sir Jump a Lot.
Sir Jump a Lot. Oh gosh. Okay. One of the biggest draws of the Celebrity Game isn't the players, it was the debut of the LED court. The court, which was developed by the German company ASB Glass Floor, included designs and color change, location-based player tracking animations, and countdowns for extra point periods. It's the first time a fully LED court's been used for an NBA event, and basketball fans took to social media to comment on it. Some of them enjoyed the unique look, and others were not quite sold on it. Before I go in and like read some of the tweets and everything like that, how did you feel about it?
I loved it.
I
absolutely loved it. I thought it was really cool. I thought it added to the fan experience. I could tell they were playing around with it a lot more, just kind of showing it off. It's kind of like, you get your new toy, so they were trying to do a lot more than they should. I liked it so much that I would love. I when they went to the All-Star game and to the regular floor, I was disappointed. I was like, boo, no, go back, go use the good floor, bring out the good china. We don't need those styrofoam cups and paper plates. Bring out the good china. And so I really liked it a lot, but I know it was very mixed reaction. So let me hear some of the comments. Let's see how it went.
Okay, so one person said this All-Star Celebrity Game court is cool as hell.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%.
Somebody else said the All-Star Celebrity Game looking like NBA Jam, which
it did
like Space Jam.
No, NBA Jam is a video game. You say
Oh,
it's
okay. Okay.
one of the greatest video
I
games of
gotcha.
all time, and it totally did. I even thought that as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
definitely has an NBA Jam kind of feel. I liked it.
And then someone else said, I hope y'all know these crazy digital courts are exactly what Adam Silver wants to turn the NBA game experience into. The logos on the court in the pandemic were step one, then the crazy colored IST courts, and now the celebrity game court. Get ready, NBA fans. So these were all the ones that people liked the court. Um, but then obviously we have other people who did not.
The, let's hear the hateration.
Um, this celebrity game feels less about the celebrities or basketball and more about showcasing the LED basketball court. That was what one person said.
No, I didn't think that. I thought it was another layer to the game.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, you know, part of that's the reason why I feel like the WWE has consistently been
Mm-hmm.
a popular event because they know how to bring the steak and the sizzle when they need it. And let me tell you, this NBA All-Star game, this whole All-Star week needed a little extra sizzle. And there's a whole, like I say this all the time, there's a whole subgroup out there they just hate change.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way it was when my grandpa did it back in 1976, and it should be that way now. But technology has changed, the players have changed, the equipment has changed. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
same basketball that Dr. J and Wilt played with. It's a different basketball. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the same shoes that Larry Bird and all those guys. The technology has
Yeah.
moved on. And when people are paying so much to go to these games, this isn't pocket change. People have to save. Some people have to save up to go to an NBA game. Having Giving them the full experience, the court lights up, everything. It gives more of you go to the game and you get the show for free. And so I love that about it. And I love how they were able to show some of the graphics and the countdown and all of that. That was a plus to me. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, go ahead.
Someone else said this celebrity game court is really catering to our broken attention spans.
Yes, we're a TikTok world. America
Yes.
is a TikTok world. Sorry, we're not sitting out there in war and peace and watching a 9 hour game. Give me some flash. Give me some display over here. Just because your butt didn't grow up with a little TikTok, maybe you'd be happier in life if you had a couple of flips, a flip right and some flash.
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Somebody else said, I wonder how many seizures this LED court will cause during the celebrity game.
You're a hater, dude. You're a straight hater. By the way, the answer to that, zero.
Zero.
Zero seizures
Yeah.
and one pissed off guy.
Bye, hater.
That haterade, the breakfast of champions over there, it's just wow. All right, what else? Anything else?
Somebody else said this may be one of my first quote, I'm getting old opinions, but I hate every single thing about this LED NBA court.
Everything, dude.
Everything. Everything.
You know, it's kind of like the Super Bowl halftime. I've been around a long time, which makes me.
What?
And I remember people when they had Michael Jackson doing the halftime show of the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always a big Michael Jackson fan. People were upset. There were people upset about that.
About him doing the
And
halftime show?
yes, and do you realize the halftime show are like marching bands and people juggling? And it's like, we got Michael, we got Prince doing Purple Rain in the rain. You
Yeah, that
know,
was.
we got we got Rihanna, we got Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and Usher. We don't want to go back to the marching band days. Okay, I'm sorry. You gotta go with the times a little bit. And guess what? I'm okay with the change on the basketball court lighting up as well. So
Mhm. I do
just
think it's
saying.
cool. It has like, I don't know, futuristic look. You know how like movies like 30 years ago portrayed what they think was gonna, what 2020s
Yes.
was gonna look like, and I feel like the LED court kind of seems like it's from a movie in the 80s where people were trying to uh, figure out
With the
what
future,
what the future was
yes.
gonna look like. We don't have flying cars, but we have an LED basketball court.
And you know, the thing I was paying close attention to, my biggest concern was would it affect the play?
Hmm.
People, you know, the running, the stopping. And that's one of the things I was paying close attention to. And it did not change the game at all. And then the other time I really watched it during the 3-point contest with Steph Curry
Hmm.
and things. And it was just like, no, this is an opportunity to really advance the game and give another layer to the game without changing anything major. The starting stopping was just the same.
Hmm.
During the game, it just like I thought it was great. And if I was an NBA owner, especially if I'm like a Detroit Pistons owner or a team that's like really, really sucks and can't sell out their arena. Listen, I got my arena. I got my arena lit up. I got the walls. I'm bringing marching bands back. I'm doing anything to make to boost the game because you can only sit through a Pistons game so many times when you're just getting destroyed out there. You know what I mean? So what are people going to come to see? You get the like I said, you get the game, you get the show for free. Why not? So I looked at it as a good thing.
Well, they the court is rumored to have cost over $1 million, so I don't think the LED style court will be in a bunch of arenas anytime soon, just
Well, wait a
because
minute,
of
hold
how
on.
much they cost. It's a lot of money.
That no, it's not. Okay, let me
A
explain why.
million
Wait, 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 wait,
dollars.
wait, wait. Wait, wait, wait. Let me explain to you why. I'm not attacking you. $1 million to a normal person is a lot, but I would be willing to bet that a regular NBA court costs that much. Not to mention when you look at, you're talking about a multi-billion-dollar league. I'm not saying to make this at Morgan Elementary School. I'm talking NBA. $1 million to the NBA is nothing. The technology they go in for shoes and uniforms costs millions of dollars. LeBron's opt-in for next year is $50 million just for him to play. There are players that they're buying out here. Here's $10 million, here's $15 million to just go home. For the NBA, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry, it's not a lot. But for your regular high school or
Hmm.
your college or for a personal gym or something like that, yes. But we're talking in America, the second biggest sport in America, which their television contract is worth billions.
Hmm.
That's why I say it's not a lot I'm talking NBA money. I don't, as a matter of fact, it really isn't a lot for most Division I colleges. When you're talking about the Ohio States, the Georgias, the Duke, the Kentuckys of the world,
Oh man,
Tennessee.
if Georgia got an LED court for their basketball arena for Stegman, ooh, I would go to every basketball game there was.
See, wait a minute. You just proved my point. You're going for the steak. That's the game. The sizzle you get, the show you get for free.
Yeah.
That arena. Think about and see. This is where I think really what college would really benefit. Think about the pep rallies and things before the football game, and everyone comes to the arena and it's all lit up and it's doing all this stuff. I think it definitely brings another level to the show. I really liked it, and the game experience, the school experience. That's where I think arena like this. That's where I think it would really be super really cool.
That would be cool.
Think about how they have the rallies and things at the game, the March Madness kickoff and all that. I think it would be unreal.
That would be very cool. I will say that. So
I just watched Texas A&M pay like $70 million for Jimbo Fisher just to go home. Bye. We don't need you here. That's $70 million. That's $70 million. Every team in the NBA could get a brand new court, and the Big Ten or the SEC, every member of the SEC, for what they paid a guy to go home. That's why I say it's not a lot.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
But if you're thinking about putting a basketball court in your backyard, Faith, that's a lot.
I'm gonna get one of those. Yeah. I'm gonna get one of those LED basketball courts.
That's the ultimate flex there. If you go to someone's house and they have the LED basketball court, they're in a different tax bracket than you or I on that one.
Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna be talking about Rachel Dolezal. I think I could be butchering her last name. But she was fired over an OnlyFans account.